The corona situation in Great Britain is still serious and extremely precarious. As of Tuesday, it was reported that the incidence in the United Kingdom was 342.7. In total, the coronavirus is responsible for 132,808 deaths in the United Kingdom so far. It cannot be ruled out that the incidence figures in Great Britain will continue to rise rapidly because school is back from its summer slumber. The summer holidays in England come to an end in the first week of September. Thousands of school children come together again in a confined space. This makes researchers from Scotland fear that there could be new corona infections at enormous heights. But it is not only the educational institutions on the island that play a major role in this regard. All corona restrictions were only abolished in England in July, followed in August by Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. In England, this step was declared as Freedom Day, which has indeed negative consequences. Because since then, Great Britain has been confronted with apparently inexorably increasing corona numbers. Want an example? The English Ministry of Health records an average of 34,000 new infections every day and 112 deaths caused by the virus. The example of Scotland should be a warning to England. The Scots have already reopened their classrooms to children and young people. Everyday work life has long since started again. And the result? The corona numbers shot up again. A fact that Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon describes as a worrying development. With no intention of reverting to previous corona restrictions or even lockdowns, Sturgeon, who had contact with a coronavirus infected person, admonished the Scottish population. She appeals to the common sense of the Scots, points out the necessary distance, and recommends meetings in the open air. A wasted effort or words that are heard? Well, the immediate future will tell. In any case, the all clear cannot be said at the moment. After all, the UK incidence fell slightly from 350 the previous day to a 7-day incidence of 342.7. Specifically, 26,285 new corona infections had been added. The United Kingdom has also 48 new deaths related to COVID-19, bringing the deaths to a total of 132,808. These corona numbers also coincides with the overall infection rate of 9.95% and a mortality rate of 1.96%. While EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced an important goal for the European Union in the early morning, the British are lagging behind in the fight against the coronavirus. And that, although a new corona mutant appeared in Great Britain some time ago. Meanwhile, the EU announced that an important milestone had been achieved. 70% of adults in the EU are now fully vaccinated. The British government, on the other hand, wants to create facts and clarity. The vaccination campaign, which was initially successfully launched in the United Kingdom, has recently stalled. Young adults up to 35 years of age in particular are still very skeptical about vaccinations. Only a little more than 2/3 of the UK's 68 million or so people have been vaccinated so far. It is now the intention to vaccinate minors as well. We're talking about a targeted vaccination program aimed at the 2.5 million British people between the ages of 12 and 15. According to a study from the USA, only a few cases of mild myocardial inflammations were registered. The affected patients recovered quickly. A hope that England and probably the whole of Great Britain is relying on so that the start of school does not degenerate into a corona disaster. One of these is a music festival in Cornwall that was held in August. Around 50,000 people celebrated to live music in the city of Newquay. However, this should have health consequences. The health authorities estimate that at least 5,000 new infections are associated with the festival. With an incidence of over 800, the county of Cornwall has long been considered the corona hotspot of England. Not least because many people have spent their summer vacation there and a mask is no longer required. The badly battered Cornwall receives support from the British Ministry of Health. The authority wants to further expand vaccination and test capacities in the particularly affected areas. It is the haunting words from the tourist board Visit Cornwall that illustrate the seriousness of the situation. We ask people not to come unless they have booked in advance, a statement said. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.